Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again. Let us forward march to River State, because that place is now becoming a state of anarchy, where both the governor and the politicians of the assembly, now, it is no longer Wike now and the front burner. It is now Wike using the state assembly that have been disposed to fight the governor. This is how they are turning out to cry.
Good afternoon, everybody. Gentlemen of the press, dear Rivers people. Rivers people were stunned this afternoon when they got the information that the governor of Rivers State, similarly Fubara, stormed the Rivers State House of Assembly quarters in yet another attempt to demolish the Rivers State House of Assembly quarters, just the same way he demolished the Rivers State House of Assembly complex. Nigerians, Rivers people are watching events day by day as our own governor, who is supposed to uphold the constitution, is gradually sliding into the position of the chief lawbreaker of Nigeria. Our governor demolished the House of Assembly complex, and plans are underway from what we are seeing to again demolish the Rivers State House of Assembly quarters. The quarters we have here is one of the best in the country. The Rivers House of Assembly quarters was built by the past administration under His Excellency Ezenwonye Wike and was commissioned in August in the year 2022 by the then Speaker of the House of Representatives and now Chief of Staff to Mr. President of the Federal Republic. As you can see, there's nothing wrong with any of the buildings. All the buildings are in perfect condition. Our hall is in perfect condition. We have no issues. We have not called on the governor for any form of help. The Rivers State House of Assembly quarters was built for members of the Rivers State House of Assembly and not for the executive arm of government. The undue interferences by the governor is one that is unbecoming of a sitting governor who is supposed to uphold the sanctity of the law. We are disappointed. We are ashamed to have a governor who has no respect for our constitution, who has no respect for our laws, who has no respect for democracy. Indeed, our governor is an assault to democracy. Day by day, the governor executes actions that are against democratic institutions. If it is not against the Rivers House of Assembly, it is against chairmen of local government. In fact, the governor has declared war on all elected people in Rivers State, so that only him will function as the elected one, while others will be on the run. We don't know why the governor has resorted to this type of self-help. The governor has shown that he's a violent man. Our governor is a violent man, and I say it repeatedly. And I have evidence to say so. Members of the Rivers House of Assembly were stunned when the governor mobilized thugs to attack Mr. Speaker in his residence. My wife, my children were in my official residence when the governor mobilized thugs from government house. They chanted from government house to my official residence to harm me and my family, but for the intervention of security agencies. The governor repeatedly does this to me and members of the House of Assembly. Today he came in person with his thugs. Many of them jumped our fence, they broke the gates and entered there uninvited. Ordinarily, the governor needs to write the speaker to get into our hallowed chamber or to get into our premises, or at least inform us if he has any reason to come here. Coming here and seeking to demolish our property, one built with taxpayers' money for the effective administration of the state legislature, is unbecoming.
Good. Now, these lawbreakers posing as lawmakers, would you as a Nigerian justify the action of Governor Fubara against them? You remember how this whole thing started, where the whole thing is coming from. Even how Fubara became governor, and with the election that happened in the River State, it is not even an election, it was a selection by Wike that imposed Fubara to be his stooge. But now the table has turned against him, and he wants to use the state assembly to remove Fubara, and the man is fighting dirty.
So today, that Governor Sim Fubara's convoy jumped into the River State House of Assembly complex. They jumped, the policemen attached to it jumped into the complex through the fence went into the complex and forced themselves into the complex, and he went around the quarters threatening people. He was driving, and his army men were all over the place. Children and families are in this place with their children, and it caused so much panic for us. The lives of the River State House of Assembly members are at risk, and everybody that is in River State should better stand and say the truth, because we're all seeing it. Because Governor Fubara is a tyrant. They came into the quarters. Okay, is the governor of River State? Why did he not just go through the gates? He asked his men to jump through the fence, broke the gates, pushed the security men there, and came into the complex because he wants to perpetrate his evil acts. But the God that we all serve will judge Fubara. He will judge Fubara. He will meet his Waterloo. And nothing, and it is only a threat, because nothing will happen to me, my family members, and other assembly members and their family.
This is real dirty fight, because it can only take evil to fight evil. To be honest with you, it can only take Fubara to fight a wicked man like Wike, and he is going all out. He has demolished the assembly complex, and now going to their quarters where they live to demolish it. Does he have the powers to do that? Is that not a waste of taxpayers' money? The quarters that was just recently built by Wike now being demolished, probably to build another one. Whereas many River State people are living in slums. They don't have roof over their head because of political fight. But is this fight justifiable? That is to tell you, Nigerians, the kind of governance we have in this country is far less. And that is where APC and PDP have dragged Nigerian democracy into. This is what I call democracy. Democracy. To be honest with you, I don't know how else to put it. But that is exactly the comments of, what do you call him? Fubara. That he is in total control. He is the number one man in charge. Men under democratic dispensation behaving like military dictators. Even as a governor. Man, it speaks volume of the kind of democracy you have in this country. But my own is to the Nigerian people, the ordinary people. That is where I am coming from. The message is for you, because ultimately you are the ones that are being used during political seasons to upturn the will of the general public. Now Nigerians don't have any will anymore to vote, because they believe and know that few charlatans, few touts will be armed by the politicians and some security operatives in uniform to upturn the will of the people during election. And so many people have given up on the system. So it is the fight free for all for politicians. Go and take over power, do everything you wish to do with it, and the people are at your mercy. That is what Nigeria had become. So you Nigerians who are always victims of bad governance, you should first of all desist from being used. Whether you are selling or buying a vote, whether you are rigging election or writing results for them, whether you are playing any role in presenting any character you trust, men of questionable character, to support them during election, you are part of the problem. And ultimately, I must tell you, now you go be the victims. What is happening in River State, to be honest with you, there cannot be meaningful progress with all of this fight and political instability in River State. If you go to River State, you understand what River State people are going through with all of this crisis and confusion. The governor cannot focus to deliver governance to the people because he's busy fighting Wike and his bunch of lawless lawmakers. Why do I call them lawbreakers after all? They broke the law. And now that is what Fubara is standing upon to fight them. That they defected from PDP to APC using the mandate of PDP. And that is what the law says. But if we are going to go by this law, to be honest with you, 75%, if not 80% of the Nigerian politicians in power today will lose their offices. And that is the truth. And that is the truth. This is the principle they have laid. Principle of impunity, principle of corruption. And that is the system Nigerians must dismantle if there can be any hope for them for survival. Because where we are heading to this country, it is God, everyone to himself, God for all of us. Do you think that this fight by Fubara is justifiable? What is your take on that? Drop it in the comment section and help me share it, because let this campaign continue and the sensitization among Nigerians. Please share this video because it is making impact. to change the attitude of Nigerians towards governance, because we are all victims of bad governance. I'm Associate Peters, the advocate for good governance.